I genuinely like feel ashamed showing this setup on the internet. This is literally how I filmed the video. I literally am putting my phone here. Like, is that not, maybe it's time I invest in a tripod. I don't know.
So, I don't know if you guys like know of this little app. It's like called TikTok or whatever. It's like pretty underground. Like not a lot of people have it. It's like on the rise right now. People still do like transitions on it, and like they do a little like slow-mo shake. Like I can't play the audio because of copyright, but this is Lauren Gray and Daniel Cohn in like probably like 2018. So I hope everyone just like remembers this era, and maybe this is the real era we should bring back. I don't know. It's like a really underground app. But on that app, there's been this little like trend of bringing back 2020. Sorry, I just got like war flashbacks. But yeah, no, in all seriousness, so basically with this like new year, like hashtag 2025, everyone's like, oh my god, let's bring back 2020. Hashtag quarantine, make your profile picture 2020 core anime with like all the super like saturation and like the emojis. Like, yes, let's bring back 2020. I've been seeing it everywhere. It's all over my free page. Every single time I open a comment section, it's like the fucking like anime little like kids, and I'm like, I don't know what that is. But like yeah, basically people are just being really nostalgic and are like, wow, let's bring it 2020. Like everyone was so happy. I just want to say that like I'm not opposed to this trend. I'm not hating on people who are doing this trend. I'm not being like, oh my god, no, like it's 2025. Shut the brick up. Stop it with your anime profile pictures. Stop it with your kid core. Stop it with your oversaturation. No, we are in clean girl aesthetic era. No, that's not what I'm saying. I understand why people want to bring back the 2020 era. I think it was like a time. Maybe not one I'd want to relive, but I can understand maybe why you'd want to go back to it. No, like I think people can do whatever the hell they want. I do think that this is just a trend, and I do think it's not even going to see the light of February. Like I think it's going to be done by next week, and no one's going to be talking about it anymore. Because like literally we do this every single year. We do this every single summer. Every single summer everyone's like, oh my god, let's bring back Visco Girl era. Bring back the scrunchies. Like, where is our Hydro Flask? Save the turtles. Every single summer we always say that. And do we actually do it? No, never actually, and we never will. I don't think it'll ever happen. But I think we're doing it again with 2020, interesting enough. And I have speculation on why this is a trend and why specifically we're like, oh my god, let's bring back 2020. So like if you didn't know, like back in 2020, like 5 or so years ago, there was this little virus. So everyone was in their houses and everyone did the Renegade and everyone made whipped coffee and life was peaceful, kind of. I mean, everyone was like dying outside. It was like kind of like hell outside, but like inside your house it was like, oh my god, la di da da. Charli D'Amelio just posted a new TikTok dance. Let me learn it too. But yeah, basically everyone was locked in their houses and they had no one to talk to except for their family. And you can only do that for so long without losing your mind. So everyone turned to the internet, as one does. And I think that was a really interesting time on the internet. Honestly, I think that was like probably one of my favorite times of the internet. I can't even lie. There were so many new creators blowing up like insanely. Like you had Charli D'Amelio, you had Tommy Innit, you had like the whole Dream SMP. Like that was just insane. But if you take away like the weirdness of the fandom,
Dream George Dream,
like the it was a weird. This is coming from someone who was in the Dream SMP fandom back in 2020. Some of y'all were crazy. Like I wouldn't want to be in a room with you without like a lawyer at present. Like, you know, like I wouldn't be surprised if some of you guys had restraining orders by the streamers, because you can't show up at people's houses just because you want a picture with them. That's really funny. Don't dox 16-year-olds, lol. Basically 2020 was just like internet mania. Like everyone's blowing up. There was so much good content because people had nothing to do but be creative. We're all locked in our houses. School wasn't really like a priority, tbh. Like you kind of just like sleep through your classes and still pass. But like, you know, we were all just like at home and everyone was like, what are we gonna do with this free time? And everyone, literally, I think so many people turned to creativity in this time of like loneliness. I low-key just like rotted because I was like 12 years old, but like whatever. And I think if you weren't the creator, you were the consumer. And I know I was one of those. I literally watched so much YouTube at the time. I was on Twitch all the time. I was literally like on TikTok being like indie girl core. Like my oversaturated pictures were on my Instagram. I did archive those since then because they are traumatic, and I start like shuddering when I look at them. I actually like the color just like oh my god. And right now in 2025, people are like, oh my god, let's bring that back. Let's bring that back. We were all so happy. I think the reason we were so happy at that time, well, happy because we were also really depressed at the same time. Like, I know I was struggling. I was really struggling at 12 years old. Which I know sounds like, oh my god, what can a 12-year-old be sad about? Girl, have you listened to a Billie Eilish song? Have you listened to a Billie Eilish song? Yeah, I think a lot of people were mentally struggling at that time, and I think validly so, because we were literally locked in our houses. Like, this bedroom was the only thing that I saw for days at a time. And like I couldn't see my friends. Like, I was literally seeing them on a computer screen, and that obviously makes someone really upset, especially when they're, you know, a hormonal tween. Like, you kind of need social interaction. It's kind of just like part of being a tween, whatever. Another part of me is like, wow, we actually were like low-key pretty happy. And I think the reason why we were really happy was because there was no one to judge us. Although it was sad we were locked in our rooms, and although it was sad, like, oh my god, like, I can't see anybody, it was also kind of like a gift. You could literally do whatever the hell you wanted. You could wear whatever the hell you wanted. You could, like, be whoever you wanted without fear of being judged. People were dyeing their hair at that time. People were wearing, like, you know, super crop tops with like cow print on them, and then the baggy jeans, and like, oh, I mean, baggy jeans are still cool. Like, I'm literally wearing them right now. But like, you know, it's like you could literally experiment. And also everyone was like gay, and then they like turn back straight. It's like, I know some people are like, oh my god, all these fake people, but like, they're kind of just like trying to see what they like, you know what I mean? Like, I think part of growing up, you can really kind of question like things like your sexuality, and I think to be able to question such like personal things like that without fear of people judging you, because literally there was no one to judge you. You weren't getting judged by anyone. You were literally by yourself. I think that is so interesting, and I think that is why people kind of yearn for that like time of quarantine, like from 2020 to early 2022. Like, literally you could do whatever you wanted and no one would be like, oh, that's weird. Yeah, so with the whole like 2020 thing, I just think that's why people are like, oh, let's bring it back. Not because, oh, it was a happier time. No, because like you weren't getting judged. You could do whatever you wanted. Like you weren't scared about what everyone thought of you. You just kind of like were yourself. And I think that once that time ended and we were all going back to school, we kind of saw a shift in trends. So like in 2020, 2021, like being messy and like loud and different was really, really cool. Because you had like the kidcore style, and you had like the super saturated photos, and then you had like the grunge like thing, and you had like the really like, it was like sharpness, like over the sharpness thing, and like exposure was like really on the pictures, and you don't see anyone dressing like that anymore. Dyed hair was really, really, really in. Like, I know I really wanted to dye my hair and my mom didn't let me because she thought I was too young. But like you had every single content creator dyed their hair, like everyone. If you were popular, I just know you had 2 colored streaks right in front of your face. But like being weird was in. Being weird was cool. Being weird was awesome. And now we have trends of like the clean girl aesthetic, slick back, oh my god, clean, perfect. I don't know, it's just like, I think like we saw such a shift in what was cool. Like, I don't know, it's like, who the frick has dyed hair now? Like, who has dyed hair now? Do you have dyed hair? Like, I always wanted to dye my hair in 2020. I literally wanted to be Froggy King. I don't know if you know who that is, but they go by Finn now, but he's this like content creator who was really popular back in 2020, and they were the blueprint. Last year I was like, you know what, I'm fulfilling my 2021 dreams, and I'm dyeing my hair. So I dyed my hair purple. I fulfilled my middle school dream. So tween me was probably like clapping and jumping with joy. But like, I just know that there were people in school being like, why does she have purple hair? Why is she a freak? It is not 2020 anymore. Like, it's not 2020 anymore. But like, let me have self-expression. Like, I did not get that when I was in middle school, because I was literally like 11 and 12. Like, my mom was not gonna let me pour bleach on my head. Obviously, I know people weren't gonna be like dyeing their hair forever, and like people weren't gonna be like, you know, all this stuff with like sexuality. Like, obviously for some people that didn't last, but like, we don't have it's not acceptable in society anymore, I feel, to like explore yourself in that way and explore who you are so publicly. If you do, it kind of has to be more private now, I guess. Kind of sad to think about like all these kids who are now in 2025, the age I was in 2020, and they don't really have that chance to like discover who they are without having a million eyes on them, like their peers and like their teachers. And like, it's like, oh my god, like I feel like I have to conform to society so much, but it's like, I don't even know who I am. Like, do I even want to conform to society? Like, I don't know, it's just like kind of sad to me, but also like maybe it's better kids don't consume that much Monster anymore. That probably like took years off my life. And I know people are never gonna actually bring back 2020. Like, that will never actually be a thing. I think too many people are, I guess, like ashamed or embarrassed of who they were in 2020 to bring it back. I mean, definitely there are certain aspects of myself that I would not bring back, but you know, I was free, and to be cringe is to be free. I also feel like content back then was really better as well. I can probably make a separate video about this, because I think about this every single time I open the YouTube app, because literally I feel like there's nothing good to watch anymore. Like, I feel like YouTube is just so beastified now. And people's like self-expression didn't just show in who they were, but I think like their authenticity also just showed online. Like, I think if you look at content from 2020 and 2021, it was so authentic because everyone was themselves without fear. Now everything is so like, at least on YouTube, I don't know, it's like I have been recently struggling to find a YouTuber that I enjoy every single one of their videos, because everything now is so like beastified. Oh my freaking god, what? Like, Mr. Beast ruined YouTube. Sorry, I said it. Is my channel gonna get blown up now by Mr. Beast? I don't know, just like content sucks now, and everything is so about money now, and it's like we were so authentic back then. Like, 2020 was my 2012, because I was 4 in 2012, so 2020 was my time of good content, and I feel like that is dead now. Sorry, I'm saying it. YouTube sucks now, and it's so annoying, and it pisses me off, and I feel like there's no good content creators anymore, and I bet there are, it's just no one to my liking. Sorry, I'm picky, but like, I just feel like everyone is so commercialized now. Everyone is so commercialized, and it's just like, what happened to making content that you enjoy? Like, I don't really care about the YouTube Studio like out of 10 button. I really don't care. Just make something that you enjoy. YouTube is about creating. Why would you create for other people? Create for yourself. That comes first. Like, Jesus, if you guys have YouTube Recs, please, I beg and I plead. I will literally get down on my knees like, I need a good YouTuber. Sorry, Mr. Beast just blew my channel. Actually, I have no viewers right now, so what am I even saying? Like, sorry. I don't know. I think the internet is in a really bad place right now, and people are just reminiscing of when it was good. TBH, this video was gonna be like a hate on like why are we bringing back 2020? But like, the more I talked, the more I realized, damn, I kind of just am nostalgic too, and maybe I'll have it in my profile picture for my YouTube channel. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope the audio quality is better on this one than the other one, because it was low-key balls on my other video. but it got 300 views, so if you want to subscribe, I only got 1 subscriber from that, but I appreciate you. Whoever subscribed, I appreciate you. If you like this video, please subscribe. Our goal is to get 10 billion subscribers and become the new Mr. Beast and take over Jimmy Donaldson and run our own Mr. Beast land. We will take over Mr. Beast land. I will become the new president of Beast land. You want a Feastable? Lunchly, anyone? Mr. Beast, if you're watching this, if you want to invite me to Beastland, where I can be in the Beast games, where I can have Mr. Beast Feastables and Lunchly and have to survive in a box for 5 billion years for $10 billion, I'm your girl. I have to apply to colleges in literally like a year, and I need application money. So, Mr. Beast, if you're watching this, I would love to go to Beastland.